Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Quote of the day. The strongest among you is the one who controls his anger. By Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I'm Dr. Muneeb. I'm going to present about the skewness and poisson distribution under supervision of Professor Dr. Saira Afzal. First, we will see about the symmetrical distribution. Frequency distribution is said to be symmetrical if the frequency are equally distributed on the both sides of central value. A symmetrical distribution may be either bell-shaped or U-shaped. Bell-shaped or unimodal symmetrical distribution. Symmetrical distribution is bell-shaped if frequencies are first steadily rise and then steadily fall, and there is only one mode, and the value of mean, median, and mode are equal. So this is the picture of normal distribution curve. Here we can see that the mean, median, and mode lies at the same point, and if we will divide it from the center, both of the sides will have the equal number of data. So what is skewness? Skewness is the measure of asymmetry of probability distribution of real valued random variable about its mean. Mean and median fall at the different point in distribution, and its value can be zero, positive and negative, and skewness was discovered by Carl Pearson in 1894. Symmetrical distribution is seen when the data is not normally distributed and does not show any symmetry in the mean, median, and mode, where one tail is long but the other tail is fat. Skewness does not obey the simple rule. Within each group, the value on the right side of the distribution taper differently from the value on the left side. So these sides are called tails. They provide a visual mean to determine which of the two kinds of skewness has a distribution has. So this is a picture of skewness. This is the on the right side. On the left side we can see that it's a normal distribution curve, symmetrical distribution where mean, median, and mode lies at the same point. And on the left side, on the right side we can see that it's a asymmetrical distribution where mean, median, and mode lies at the different points. So there are two major types: positive skewness and negative skewness. First, we will see the positive skewness. The mass of distribution is concentrated on the left side of the figure, and the long tail is in the positive direction on the number line. The mean is also on the right side of the peak. So this distribution is said to be the positively skewed or right skewed. Whereas the negative skewness is the mass. In the negative skewness, the mass of distribution is concentrated on the right side of the figure. Long tail is in the negative direction on the number line, and the mean is also on the left side of the peak. So this distribution is called negatively skewed distribution. In this picture, we can see the three diagrams of the frequency curve. On the left side, there is a diagram showing that the mean is less than median and mode, and much of the data is lying on the right side of the curve. So this will be called the negative skewness, and in the middle we can see that the mode is less than median and mean, and highest value will be higher value will be of mean. So and much of the data lies on the left side of the curve. So this will be the positive skewness, and the third diagram shows that mean, median, and mode are at the same point. So that is the symmetrical distribution. So in this picture, we can see that it is an example of deaths in Australia in the year of 2012. On the y-axis, the number of people deceased, and on the x-axis, there's age bracket. In this diagram, we can see that much of the people in Australia uh, death occur between the 50 age to 99. So the mean is 77 while the mode is 87. So mode is much higher than the mean and median. So this is the negatively skewed distribution. Skewness in the data. In order to ascertain whether a distribution is secured or not, following tests may be applied. Skewness is present if the value of mean, median, and mode does not coincide. When the data are plotted on the graph, they do not give the normal bell-shaped form. When it is cut into a vertical line through the center, the two halves are not equal. Sum of positive deviation from the median is not equal to sum of negative deviation. Quartiles are not equidistant from the median, and frequencies are not equally distributed at the points of equal deviation from the mode. So if the skewness is between minus zero point 0.5 to plus zero point 0.5, it will be called approximately symmetrical. And if skewness lies between minus 1 to plus 1, it is called moderate skewness, skewed, moderately skewed, and if the skewness is less than minus 1 and greater than plus 1, the distribution will be highly skewed. Measures of skewness. There are three measures of skewness. These are called Pearson coefficient skewness, Bolles coefficient of skewness, and Callis coefficient of skewness. So first we will see the Carl Pearson coefficient of skewness. So this is the formula showing that mean minus mode divided by the standard deviation. So if mode is indeterminate, then the formula will a little bit change. Uh, the formula will be 3 into mean minus median divided by standard deviation. So normally this coefficient of skewness lies between minus 1. If the median is greater than mode, then the coefficient of skewness will be positive, otherwise it will be negative. So this is the example number 1, in which the mean is 28, mode is 23, and standard deviation is 4.2. So mean minus mode divided by standard deviation, the answer will be 1.19. So because the answer is on the positive and it's 1.19, this is positive distribution. This is the second example where the mean is 75.3 and mode is 84. Standard deviation is 12.06. When we will apply the formula, the answer will be minus 0.72. So this distribution is the negative distribution. In this third example, the mean is 13 and standard deviation is 5.83 and median is 13. So applying the formula, we will have the coefficient of skewness equal to 0. So this distribution will be symmetrical. Now the Bolles coefficient of skewness, Bolles developed a measure of skewness which is based on quartile value. The formula for measuring is Q3 minus Q2 minus into Q2 minus Q1 divided by Q3 minus Q1. So Q1 is the first quartile, Q2 is the second, and Q3 is the third. The value of coefficient of skewness is 0 if it is symmetrical distribution. If the value is higher than 0, it's positively skewed, and if it's less than 0, it's negatively skewed. So here is the example. Q1 is 49.65, Q2 is 54.73, and the Q3 is 60.46. So applying the Wallace coefficient formula, we will have the answer of 0.05. So that will be a positive distribution. So third is the Callis coefficient of skewness. So Callis developed another measure of skewness which is based on percentile and decimal. The formula for measuring is the P90 minus 2P50 plus P10 divided by P90 minus P10. So P90 is the percentile 90, P50 is the percentile 50, and P10 is the percentile 10. Now we will move to the kurtosis. Kurtosis is another measure of shape of frequency curve. It's a Greek word which means bulginess. While skewness signifies the extent of asymmetry, kurtosis measures the degree of peakedness of frequency distribution. Carl Pearson classified the curve into three types, the basis of shape of their peak. These are mesokurtic, leptokurtic, and platykurtic. So in this diagram, we can see if the lot of data falls on the middle side and it shows much higher peak than the normal bell-shaped curve, that will be the positive kurtic, positive kurtosis or leptokurtic. And if a lot of formula, a lot of data lies on the downside, and the peak of the diagram is lower than the normal bell-shaped curve, that will be the plateautic, and if it's almost equal to the normal distributive curve, then it will be called a mesoplateau. Now come to the Poisson distribution. Poisson distribution is a discrete probability distribution that expresses the probability of a given number of events occurring in a fixed interval of time or space if these events occur with a known constant mean rate and independently of the time since the last event. So this is the diagram showing the different means, and they are having the Poisson distribution. So need, why there is a need of Poisson distribution? Poisson distribution used in cases where the chances of any individual event be, being a success is very small, and distribution is said to be describe the behavior of rare events. For example, the number of defective screws per box of 5,000 screws, and number of printing mistakes in each page of the first book of proof of book, and number of air accidents in Pakistan in 1 year, and occurrence of number of scratches on the sheet of glasses. All of these examples are showing that the defective screws or preventing mistakes, there are very less chances of having these mistakes or to be in success having a high number of samples. So this is the formula for the Poisson distribution. Px is equal to E minus power minus 1 multiplied by mx divided by x. So x is the whole number, E is the base of natural logarithm, value is 2.71, and the m is the mean of Poisson distribution, the average number of occurrence of an event. Condition under which the Poisson distribution is used. Random variable x should be discrete. Dichotomy exists. The happening of event must be of two alternatives such as success or failure, and applicable in those cases where the number of trials is very large and the probability of success is very small, but the mean is infinite and statistical independence is zero. Is the property and the discrete probability distribution. The Poisson distribution is discrete probability distribution in the which the number of success are given in whole number and value of P and Q. Poisson distribution is used in those situations where the probability of occurrence of an event is very small and probability of non-occurrence of event is very large. And the mean parameter is mean, and the constant of Poisson distribution can be obtained by the formula which is equal to, and the standard deviation is root of m, and coefficient is 1 point root of m. So the quality of mean and variance, which means mean and variance are equal in the Poisson distribution. The Poisson distribution is a discrete distribution with a single parameter which is m. When m increases, the distribution shifts to the right, and all the Poisson distribution is skewed to the right. So this is the reason why the Poisson probability distribution has been called the probability of distribution of J elements. So for the application of Poisson distribution, first we have to see the fitting of Poisson distribution, then the application of the formula. Example, here's the example. The average number of accidents at a specific place every year is 18. So what are the possibilities? First will be the calculate the probability that there are exactly two accidents there this month. Then calculate the probability that there is at least one accident this month, and then calculate the probability that there are more than two accidents in a particular month. So considering the formula, there are 12 months in a year, so the mean will be equal to 18 divided by 12. So 18 accident divided by 12, so 1.5 accidents per month. So applying the Poisson formula, The answer will be zero. Answer will be 0.25. So thi- this is the probability of having exactly two accidents uh, this month in the year. So that is the second probability that calculate the probability that there is at least one accident of this month. So we will take x equal to 0 if there is no accident, and then the answer will be 0.223, and then we will take the uh, x as a 1 when there's at least one accident this month. The answer will be 0.77. So these are the probability showing that the, the probability of at least one accident this month. So, considering the whole scenario, we will see that the probability of no accident, one accident, at least one accident, or the two accidents will combine all of them, and minus one will be done according to the formula. Then the answer will be 0.19. So this will be the probability of having more than two accidents in a particular month. So in the conclusion, we can say that the Poisson distribution is useful in rare events where the probability of success is very small and probability of failure is very large, whereas the value of sample is very large. Now come to the recent advance. So this is an article which was published in 2021. ADD, a new average divergence difference based outline and detection method to the skewed distribution of data objects. In this article, we can see that two new measures called the divergence factor and average divergence difference are developed based on skewed distribution characteristic of data objects and their natural neighbors, the improving the accuracy of local outlier detection from an innovative research perspective. And finally, the final experiment result shows that the average divergent difference algorithm achieve an overall improvement in local outlier detection, especially in the detection of outliers. Some databases with complex distribution and low density area. Now it's time for the MCQs. Ali was presenting a data of research. He understood that there is a asymmetry in the random variable and fat tail of the curve is more towards the left side. What is the type of skewness will be there? Anyone? Okay, the answer is C. There is a positive skewness. If the fat tail, fat meaning the higher number of data will fall on the left side, then it will be the positive skew. After doing a study about the deaths of the laborers on the working side during analysis, the person observed that mean is more than mode and it lies on the left side of the peak. The data was showing which type of skewness.
B.
Yes, the answer is B, uh, positive skewness. Uh, the question number 3, after doing the research, Carson calculated the skewness value of -5. So that this data will be showing which level of skewness. Symmetrical is skewed, approximately symmetrical skewed, moderate skewed, approximately moderate skewed, or highly skewed.
C.
The answer is E. We have discussed that if the value of skewness is between 0.5 minus 0.5 to plus 0.5, it will be approximately skewed, And if it's between -1 to +1, it's moderately secured, and if it's less than -1 and more than +1, it will be highly secured. So question number 4. After doing a research, Anna calculated the mean was 60, mode was 30, and standard deviation was of 5. What will be the skewness considering the Carl-Pearson coefficient? The answer is 6. We will see the solution. Here is the Carl-Pearson coefficient. So it will be the mean minus mode divided by standard deviation. Mean was 60 and mode was 30 divided by 5. So the answer was 6. Question number 5. After calculating the data, the Ahmed observed that the mean is 4, standard deviation is 12, median is 4. What will be the distribution of this data according to Carl Pearson coefficient? So whether the data will be symmetrical distributed, positively skewed, negatively skewed, Poisson distributed, or kurtosis.
C.
The answer is alpha symmetrical distribution. Considering the Carl Pearson coefficient, we will have the answer of 0 because the mean and median are of same number. So 4 minus 4 into 3 divided by standard deviation will be the formula which we will use here. So the answer will be 0. So if the um, answer of the secured coefficient, Carl Pearson coefficient is 0, then it will be the symmetrical distribution. Question number 5. For the calculation of the skewness, Jabir gets the following data in quartiles. Q1 is 30, Q2 is 10, and Q3 is 40. What will be the skewness considering this data? The answer is alpha 5. Uh, Here, this is the formula. We can see that Q3 plus Q1, that is 40 plus 30 into 2 into 10 divided by 40 minus 30. So it will be 50 divided by 10. So the answer was 5. So Zishan was asked by his friend to help him about the measurement of skewness of data which will be collected on the research of the diabetes. When he saw the data was in percentile, which of the following will be used to measure the skewness? Carl Pearson coefficient, Wallace coefficient, kurtosis formula, Poisson distribution, or Cayley's coefficient. E is the right answer. Cayley's coefficient will be used to uh, measure the skewness if the data is in the percentile. Question number 8. While presenting the data on frequency curve, a lot of data was falling in the center of the curve, making a peak much more than the normal bell-shaped curve. What name will be given to this curve? Normal distribution curve, platycurtic, mesocurtic, leptocurtic, or positively skewed curve?
E.
Delta is the right answer. Leptocurtic, if the data is falling in the center much more than the normal bench-shaped curve, then according to Carl Pearson of division of kurtosis, it's a leptocurtic curve. Question number 9. A doctor is thinking to conduct a study about the leptin deficiency syndrome in the subcontinent. Which distribution he should use to present the data? Normal distribution, skewed distribution, kurtosis, or Poisson distribution?
D.
Yes, delta is the right answer, Poisson distribution. Question number 10. Aston was researching about air traffic accidents. Which distribution will he will be used to present the data of air traffic accidents in Pakistan for 2 years. D is the right answer. Poisson distribution will be used because air traffic accident are the Pakistan are there are very less chances of success of having air accidents in a year. So the answer will be the right one. This is the key, and thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Mani. Very nice presentation. There are only few suggestions for further improvement. Number first is that all the MCQs should have 5 options. And the second is that when you have given the examples, the most of the examples should be from medical research and from medical background. For example, in poison distribution, you have given very good example of air traffic accidents and the scratches on the glass, etc. But if these examples replaced with the example from the medical research and from the medical scenarios, that would be the better option. For example, in last of your MCQ, you repeated again the accidents of air traffic, as it is something that is not directly related with the medical sciences. So I would suggest that more examples from the medical sciences has to be given. If you please go to your slide of poison distribution and its example, please. Would you please go to your slide of Poisson distribution with the examples, please?
This is the one.
Right. Now, all these examples, they are not from medical sciences. For example, the number of defective screen per box of 5,000 screws, the number of printing mistakes in each page of the first proof of the book, and so on. So, if these examples are from medical research of certain syndromes and certain diseases, it would be the better slide. The second important, the last important thing is that you have given the recent advances. Would you please go to the recent advances slide? Again, I would suggest that the example should be from medical research. Yes, this slide, it is something that is not directly related with the medical sciences.
Okay,
If you give us certain data that is related with the doctors, with the healthcare professionals, or with some health problems, then apply certain important distributions like normal distribution, Poisson distribution, or skew distribution, mesokurtosis, platykurtosis, and show us in the graph how it is being done. So it would be a better slide then.
okay,
Lepto, you have also shown leptokurtosis in one of your MCQs. However, the mesokurtosis and the other distributions, they can be shown here in the recent advances. Okay, thank you very much. Overall, it is a good presentation.
okay, madam. Thank you.